Welcome to the Wisdom Clarity, where truth speaks softly, but powerfully. Here, we don't just talk, we reflect. We don't rush, we grow. Let's begin. Some of your best days haven't happened yet. Let that truth settle deep into your bones. Let it echo through every corner of your mind, especially in those silent moments when life feels a little too heavy, a little too uncertain. You are not behind. You are not late. You are simply in progress. The most breathtaking sunrise you'll ever witness. You haven't seen it yet. The person who will hug you so deeply that every crack in your soul feels a little more whole. You haven't met them, or maybe you haven't held them that way yet. The day where everything finally clicks, where your work aligns with your purpose, where you feel proud just for being you, that day is coming. You just haven't arrived there yet. But that doesn't mean it isn't real. It just means it's waiting. See, life isn't a straight line. It's not always easy. Sometimes, it feels like you're walking through the dark without a flashlight, just hoping your feet don't slip. You've been through pain. You've survived loss, disappointment, failure. And maybe you think that because of everything that's already happened, life has already shown you all its cards. Maybe you believe that the best days are behind you, and everything ahead is just a shadow of what could have been. But I'm here to remind you that you don't even know the best parts of your story yet. There are smiles you haven't smiled yet, ones that will come from places of healing, not hiding. There are versions of you that you haven't stepped into yet, versions that are wiser, softer, stronger, and more radiant than you've ever been. There are moments ahead where you will look around at your life and realize, this is what I was waiting for. And none of this means that what you've been through doesn't matter. In fact, it's the very thing that's preparing you for what's next. The heartbreaks, the missed opportunities, the nights you cried yourself to sleep, those moments are compost. They're the soil from which something extraordinary is going to bloom. Let that settle. Your story isn't over. And the chapters ahead hold revelations that will make sense of the chaos, healing that will feel like oxygen to your soul, and love, so much love, that your heart will swell in ways you didn't think possible. But to see those days, you have to stay. You have to believe, even when you don't feel like it. You have to trust that just because something is delayed, doesn't mean it's denied. That just because you're not where you thought you'd be by now, doesn't mean you're not going to arrive somewhere better. Some of your best laughs, the ones that make your stomach ache, haven't happened yet. The days where you're driving with the windows down, music blasting, sun on your face, not a worry in the world, those are still waiting. The text that changes everything. The opportunity that opens doors you never even knew existed. The moment someone looks at you like you are magic itself. All of that is still ahead. And isn't that beautiful? There's a version of your future where you are healed, whole, and free. Where you wake up and don't feel like you're constantly trying to fix something. Where your dreams don't just live in your head, they live in your hands, your actions, your everyday. That future isn't as far as you think. You might be walking through uncertainty right now. Maybe you've been doing everything right, and it still feels like nothing is moving. But sometimes, the universe works silently. Seeds grow underground before they ever sprout. Just because you can't see the progress doesn't mean the progress isn't happening. You are not stuck. You are in preparation. The person you're becoming needs the lessons you're learning right now. They need the patience you're cultivating, the strength you're building, the clarity that only time can give. And when you finally arrive in the moments you've been praying for, you'll understand why it took this long. You'll realize that nothing was wasted. It's easy to feel discouraged in a world that celebrates speed. We're conditioned to want everything now, success, love, purpose, clarity. But your journey isn't a race. Your timing is sacred. And some of the most incredible things take time to build. Your joy is worth waiting for. Your peace is worth fighting for. Your dreams are worth believing in. You haven't met every soul who's going to love you. You haven't found every place that's going to feel like home. You haven't laughed every laugh or danced every dance or cried every tear of joy. Some of the most meaningful days of your life are still being written. Think about that. Maybe one day you'll walk into a room and meet someone who shifts your whole world, in the best way. Maybe one morning you'll wake up and realize that the anxiety you used to carry has melted away. Maybe you'll launch that idea you've been sitting on for years, and it will succeed beyond anything you imagined. The love of your life may still be on their way to you. The version of you who feels deeply confident, deeply alive, that version is still unfolding. Your career might take a turn that redefines your entire purpose. You might create something that inspires thousands, maybe even millions. And maybe, just maybe, you'll wake up on a random Tuesday, make your favorite coffee, look out your window, and think, wow. I didn't know life could feel this good. Because healing happens in layers. Growth happens slowly. But life has a way of surprising us. It has a way of showing up when we least expect it. So hold on. Keep going. Let yourself dream again, even if your heart feels heavy. Let yourself hope again, even if you've been hurt. Let yourself believe that the future holds more than just survival, it holds joy, expansion, deep love, and a version of peace that feels like coming home. The things you're hoping for. They're not naive. They're not silly. They're sacred. And they're possible. You are allowed to want more. You're allowed to crave magic. You're allowed to expect goodness. And you're absolutely allowed to believe that your best days are still to come. Because they are. Even if you've been broken, bruised, and lost. Even if you've made mistakes. Even if you've failed. None of that disqualifies you. In fact, it qualifies you for deeper joy, for real love, for a meaningful life. So if you're feeling stuck, lost, or uncertain, pause. Take a deep breath. And remember, the story isn't over. Maybe you're just getting to the good part. And when those days come, the days that take your breath away, you'll look back on this moment and realize, this was the in-between. The sacred pause. The space where everything was being prepared for your arrival. So don't rush the becoming. Be soft with yourself. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not too late. You are a masterpiece in progress. And some of your best days haven't happened yet.